Bachelor. So this episode, it's all about Madison in the beginning because nobody knows what she's gonna do. Is she gonna show up? So she does show up. The first person to get a rose is Hannah Ann. And then after that, Peter goes to pick up the rose, and the rose falls apart. It was pretty funny. And then he picks Madison instead of Victoria. Madison says yes, so Victoria goes home. They sit there and talk for a second, and it's really awkward. It'd be so awkward to just sit there and talk afterward. She was like, I don't want to hear it. Let's just go. And so she gets in the car and she ugly cries. It's pretty sad. And then they shoot back to Madison and Hannah Ann and Peter, and Madison cheers us, and she says, "To seeing if love can conquer all." And then it goes to the women tell all. And so during the women tell all, there's this debate between Leah and Victoria B or P, I forget. Anyway, Victoria P. Whether who's more fake, because they were both not. Victoria P said that they weren't friends, but they really were friends before, and all this stuff. And anyway, and so they get into this. It's everybody's screaming and talking at the same time, and you can't hear a single thing. And yeah, and then so next it goes to Tammy, and she's dressed like a disco ball. Her shirt is so glittery, it has little mirrors on it everywhere. Anyway, so so McKenna and her are talking. They had a feud in the season, and Tammy's like, "How long did it take you to rehearse that?" I just busted up laughing, even though Tammy's being a total bee. She's being a total bitch, but yeah, and so you kind of they touch on it a little bit, but that Victoria P was the original source of where the whole pill popping theory came from Kelsey, and they didn't really go into it because everybody was freaking out at Victoria P. That's my daughter. Anyway, so don't even talk about it. And so then Kelsey, I've got to look at my notes. She said that she's never connected with anybody on an emotional level, with Peter, and that she learned a lot from Peter. And then they give her a giant bottle of champagne for Champagne Gate. So funny. Victoria F goes on to the stage, and they just say that her communication was awful, which it was, and she kind of laughs about it, and she said, I quote, "I should have let him love me the way he wanted to. He put up with a lot," which I thought was insightful of her. So then they later on in the show, they show Peter and Chris, the host, crashing the bachelor view parties, which was pretty funny. And they catch his parents making out in the car, and Peter got so awkward. So Victoria and Peter get on the stage together, and Peter says love is patient, and that's what he was with her, and they just had a little moment. And then they show the bloopers, which one of them was a bug compilation where everybody's trying to fight off bugs, and it was pretty funny. And then there's this part where Peter's just talking, and there's this old creepy man slowly creeping up behind him, and he just turns and he's like, ah! Just freaks out. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, and then they show the preview for the next episode, and he says, I'm in love with both of them, and he doesn't know what he's going to do. And that's where they leave it. And it's Peter's mom crying again, saying, bring her back! And you don't know who she's talking about. But anyway, that's that. Come back next time, guys.